on like we were in like a pretty narrow road, and there's a couple rocks, and he went up to the left and panicked and just gunned it and went straight up to the right, and the thing just flipped backwards on him.
Oh no!
And he like just the look of panic. Cory going into panic, and I'm sitting like right behind him, like dying laughing.
Yeah.
Because I saw the entire thing.
Right.
And he's like, I'm done. I'm not doing this anymore. I was like, Cory, we're going to the top.
Yep, that's right.
Not stopping there.
We're whitewater rafting, and we're all we all get out. There's like a little swimming hole, so we all get out. We go swimming and whatnot, and then we're all trying to get back in the floats. And there's this little like 4'5" girl, pleasantly plump, and she just like strolls over. She's like, anyone need help? And we're like, no, we're good. Like we got this. Cory's like, I'll take help. We're like, no, you will not. Get into the boat.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that was priceless.
That's
oh my
funny.
god. He didn't let that. We did not let him let that one down.
Good,
That was painful for him.
Being in the city with him and watching him like being a little self-conscious myself, just going up talking to like sitting us down with random groups of girls. Like there's two girls sitting at a table with more room, and he's like, "Yeah, cool if we sit down. Yeah, hey, nice to meet you." And
Brian's like,
strike up a conversation. I'm like, purple.
They're like, is your friend okay? Is your friend okay? Is he all right? Yeah, I checked him out of the home today.
Cory's getting both of their numbers.
You start signing.
But we're going to the same place. So like, I'm gonna just go to my room. And, hey.
Nice to meet you.
This last winter would text me like every 2 weeks asking me, so like, how about those Bruins tickets? And I was like, I don't have Bruins tickets.
How did you think you got Bruins tickets?
I like work at the game sometimes, but like he would like I like told him like 4 separate times like,
I don't have a connection.
Like I don't have season tickets.
Yeah.
He's like, but so those Bruins tickets, like Celtics maybe, Caps. I'm like, why do you think I'm like the tickets connect?
That while we were on this retreat, there was a sister, Elizabeth, was one of the Catholic nuns that was on site, and she, at the very end of this retreat, we had a really amazing time, and got to know each other on a more spiritual level. And at the end of this retreat, she went around the room and she stood in front of us, and basically, it all started with Cory. But what happened was, Cory, with his eye, couldn't see at the time that she was coming around and standing. She was giving everyone a hug, and he was like, I can't see. And she, out of nowhere, she was like, you'll never be able to see God unless you look in the eyes of another person. And then she went around the entire room and did this to every single person. And it was just such a powerful moment, but it all started with like Cory just saying, and it may not have been his intention, but he couldn't see, so it started with him, and then around this entire room, like this powerful moment, like it just started with Cory, and it just really encapsulated the whole trip. And that was the end of the trip, and we like had the best time, but it just closed out the weekend. That was, it was an amazing weekend. So that was brought to my attention recently, but it was amazing. It really was amazing. Yeah.
So he wanted to be like a Vitamix like spokesperson at like Costco or whatever. Yep. So you have to send in like an audition tape.
Yes.
We recently found this like last summer. We just Googled his name just for fun when we were all together in California.
Really? And it came up?
What is this? And he was like,
Costco just made it a joke.
There's like 700 views. I swear 100 of them are mine. It's like the most.
So we got to see this.
He said
now.
he's been trying to delete it for like 6 years, but he can't.
Keeps coming back.
And you could tell from his interactions with his friends, and I know that he left a huge impression in the lives of his students as well. So his siblings, let's talk about that for a second. Over the past 12 years, I've loved watching and hearing interactions that he's had and stories that Carol has been able to relate to me about Cory Jr. and just what an intensely loving and loyal brother he has been. As far as an uncle, I don't think he had more favorite people on this earth than his cute nephews. And so I am brought to the thought that now he will watch over sweet Gio, who he was never able to meet. And so I know that he will watch over Shane and his family as well, as they grow, their family grows. So his relationship with his mom was something to be admired. He was such a mama's boy. He loved his mama. And I love to hear the stories of his interactions and his relationship with Carol, my best friend. Lastly, one of my last memories I had with Cory, it was about 1.5 years ago. He was here for the summer, I guess 2 summers ago. And he was visiting in town from Boston with one of his friends there. And he had spent the day with us at the beach. And then 2 days later, I was going to Carol's house to say goodbye and to Cory and go, I think I was dropping something off. I can't remember. But I walked in the house and there was Cory. He stood up so fast and he opened up his arms so big. And I don't even consider myself just a dear friend of Cory, but he had that power to make people feel so special. And he opened up his arms and I was so excited to go get a Cory Jr. hug. Oh, I can still feel it and still feel his light and that he radiated. And I'm just grateful to have known Cory Jr. And you are missed, my brother. You are missed greatly. And we're honored to remember you every day, and especially on this angelversary of yours. All right, you will never be forgotten, Cory Jr. Love you.
I've been friends with Cory since he was 18. We worked together doing decorative concrete in Utah. And then we kind of lost touch for a little bit. And just the last year or two of his life, we had rekindled our friendship. We realized that we were both into UFC. And so we would text each other and keep in touch and always discuss MMA news, and whenever fights were going on, we would text each other during the fights. And I would say that my most cherished memory with Cory is when we actually went to a UFC event in Boston, and by some way that only Cory could figure out, I guess his mom knew a family member of Dana White's, and so they got in touch with him and found a way for us to meet him during the event. And leading up to it, Cory was texting Dana White's bodyguard and asking, when could he meet up and when would we be able to see him and take a picture with him. And we hadn't heard from him for a while, but Cory was very persistent and kept texting, didn't get a response. And then right before the main card started, he got a response from the bodyguard saying that they were sending security up to escort us down, and we got to go down ringside and meet Dana White and crossed paths with Joe Rogan and all those guys as they were presenting the main card. And Cory was on cloud 9. He was the biggest fangirl, and after we met Dana White and everything and took pictures, as we were heading back up to the bleachers, he just kept saying over and over that it's the best day of his life, one of the best experiences he's ever had, and it was just a blast. And I would say one thing about Cory is that I learned from him, from his examples, he never missed an opportunity to do something that he really wanted to do. I could always call him and we could do spontaneous road trips and spontaneous like UFC event, that kind of stuff. And he was just always helped me live in the moment, and I take that with me, and I that's something that I learned from our friendship. But yeah, that's it. I love you, Cory. Miss you.
Cory to me was like a little brother when I met him, and for the most part that I spent with him and his family. I was a missionary out in the Sparks 5th Ward, and I was young on my mission. It was my first time away from my family, and Cory was one of those who helped me to overcome my homesickness, because he reminded me of my little brother. I got to really joke around with him, and we mess around, we rib each other, a lot of banter. I remember we hog-tied him at one of the youth we used the telephone cord and we tied his legs and his hands up, took a picture at one of the youth activities. Anytime we had dinner with those guys, we'd always go to the back, and me, him, Shane, Elder Patello, we'd always just, joke around while we play our little basketball games in the back. If we were playing man claw with either him or his sister, it was just a whole bunch of love. It was real love. And I made it a point that before I left the area and my mission to go back and say bye to my little brother, because that's how much he was such a big impact, that he was able to fill that void that I had when I left home. And I'm grateful to have met these guys. I send you guys my love from my family to yours. If you guys need anything, just let me know. And thank you, Cory, for helping me in that time of my life. I love you guys.
I just remember as a missionary, being at your home with all of your kids, and Cory, my biggest takeaway from Cory is just his personality, his smile, right? His I don't know, it was almost like he was the glue for that family, or your family rather. And just always a fun, down to earth person, and, easily likable, and certainly a good friend. And even after the mission, we kind of shared messages back and forth from time to time. But I think the biggest takeaway was just, he was just a powerhouse of a person, just completely lovable and likable. And, certainly feel so sorry that, this happened to your family, but there's no doubt in my mind that he's certainly, watching over your family and all of, his friends. We certainly love him and miss him, and we love you too. But just know that Cory's left a big impact on me as a missionary.
Hey Cory, I just want to send a shout out. Friday we both would have been 33. I know you're dearly missed by your friends, your family. I know you're looking down on us somewhere, but I hope you rest in peace.
Dude, I can't believe it's been a year already. You're so missed. I think about you often. You were a big part of like my Spanish memories in school. I remember we used to go back and forth about different assignments and stuff in college when we had similar Spanish classes. And I just got engaged last week, and I happened to do it in Mexico, where I spoke a lot of Spanish, and I thought of you when I was down there. I mean, you would have been so proud. I mean, nowhere close to, to your skill set when it comes to Espanol, but I got probably close to 50 compliments talking to different people, and it was really cool because, I know how you love people similar to me, and that's probably why we loved each other so much. But I was able to talk with them much more deeply rather than just kind of like surface level stuff. I was talking to them about like different cultural differences between us here in Northern Nevada versus Mexico, and just Mexico in general versus the United States. And I got an idea of where they like to travel domestically. And it was just really something else. I wish that was a trip that, that you and I could have gone on. But I just wanted to say that I miss you so much. And I think it was in 2015, you propositioned potentially moving in together and being roommates. I wish I would have taken you up on that, man. We would have gotten a lot more time together. But just know that your light lives on through those who you impacted here on, the physical earth. And, I hope that I'm one of those people that can, kind of exude your legacy, whether that's in just, a nice smile, a nice conversation in Spanish, or whatever it is. All right. I am so grateful that you invited me to your cabin up in Lake Tahoe a couple summers ago. It was a real life lesson for me because I know, sometimes it's easy to make excuses like, sorry, my kids haven't taken a nap today, or just not feeling up to it when someone invites you to come do something. And although things happen, I think that we take the easy route oftentimes and will not meet up with an old friend or a family member. And time is precious, and spending time with your friends and family is, in my opinion, one of the most important things you can do. So thank you so much for inviting me. I had a great time, and it was nice to have Shelby meet you and your family. And just thank you for that lesson. I think that I'll think twice now before making an excuse. God bless you and your family, and may you rest in peace.
Hey, Cory. It's hard to believe that it's been a year since you left us. We've missed you dearly, but we are very grateful for the opportunity and time that we got to spend with you here on this earth. I'm grateful for the opportunities to travel with you to Boston, Tulum, spend some time in Tahoe skiing, and the different opportunities I got to spend one-on-one with you and enjoying your company and sharing in some activities that way. I want to also thank you for your kindness, your love, your compassion, the humor that you would bring to many occasions, and just the all-around opportunity to be able to spend the time with you and to get to know you. Miss you, love you dearly.
So I knew Cory from my mission. That would have been around 1999, I think. So I just knew him when he was a kid. But one thing I always remember is we'd take him to the skate park, or whether we'd come over for dinner, if we were invited over for dinner, whatnot. Cory was always happy, always loving life. And that's probably what I remember about him the most. Always up for adventure, and just a happy kid. And it was always fun to be around.
I think I've known Cory since he was in kindergarten. He and my son Chad are the same age. I was trying to think of a specific fun or funny memory of Cory, or a specific special occasion. I guess I just kind of took it for granted. He and Chad were friends for so many years that he would just kind of be in and out of the house. But Carol actually reminded me of something that I did for Cory one year. His birthday's in March. And somehow he ended up being at our house for his birthday. So I made cupcakes, and then I shaped them in a C on my kitchen counter, and we sang happy birthday and just tried to give him a special little treat for his birthday. Cory was always so kind and polite to me and treated me with such respect. And I know he's up there watching over his family. And I love and miss you, Cory.
In my dreams, you are alive and well, precious child, precious child.
Mi plan es relajar. Vamos a legalizar marihuana.
¿O vas a seguir comprando marihuana para qué?
La segunda.
Bueno. Tercero.
Por supuesto. ¿Cómo te llamas?
Lidia.
Lidia. Está bien. Gracias por la pregunta.
Gracias. Ahora estamos al fin de este debate. Los dos candidatos han hecho todo perfecto. Diciendo todo perfecto. Bueno, y hasta la próxima vez. Adiós.
2, 4, 9er, 5, 6, 7, 8.
I can't hear you. You're trailing off. And did I catch a niner in there? Were you calling from a walkie-talkie?
Coffee. I am not awake. Give me that coffee. If you don't have an espresso, what is this, amateur hour? Okay, fine. I'll take iced mocha. No whip. Or a dog treat. You have one of those.
Jesus loves you. Hey, you're loved. Excuse me? Oh, sorry. Hey, what's your name?
Mike.
Can we pray for you
Got
guys?
hugs? This is how my mom eats devil dogs. This is how my eye looks.
In my dreams, you are alive and well, precious child, precious child. In my mind, I see you clear as a bell, precious child, precious child. In my soul, there is a hole that can never be filled. But in my heart, there is hope, 'cause you are with me still. In my heart, you live on, always there, never gone. Precious child, you left too soon. Though it may be true that we're apart, you will live forever in my heart. In my plans, I was the first to leave. Precious child, precious child. But in this world, I was left here to grieve, precious child, my precious child. In my soul, there is a hole that can never be filled. But in my heart, there is hope, and you are with me still. In my heart, you live on, always there, never gone. Precious child, you left too soon.